Rahul Gandhi launches a major attack on the Narendra Modi government. In Ladakh, Rahul Gandhi questions the government on China.
The land that has been taken away by China, and people here have been affected by it in a big way because their grazing lands have been taken away.
Congress allies back Rahul.
प्रधानमंत्री हो या डिफेंस मिनिस्टर हो, कोई लोगों को गुमराह करने की जरूरत नहीं है, सच बताइए, यही राहुल जी का कहना है.
BJP hits back at the Wayanad MP.
सर, राहुल गांधी ने सवाल उठाया चाइना को लेकर के, किस तरीके से?
देखिए, वो तो राहुल गांधी की पुरानी आदत है, इसमें क्या नहीं.
Stage set for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's meeting with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. Big domestic war ahead of crucial diplomatic talks. Advantage India or China? That's our top focus on India First.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Johannesburg for the first in-person BRICS summit post-COVID. Will there be a bilateral with the Chinese President Xi Jinping? Of course, there's also an opportunity when India hosts the G20. The BJP and the Congress are at daggers drawn once again over the India-China standoff in Ladakh. Rahul Gandhi has raised the issue of locals, saying grazers have lost access to traditional grazing ground. Or should politics on such a crucial national security issue, especially when you're facing an expansionist China, be avoided till diplomacy or the standoff continues? I'm Gaurav Sawant. We will debate, but first as always, the headlines. Chandrayaan-3 releases new images of the moon's surface. Countdown begins for Vikram lander's descent. The landing module makes contact with Chandrayaan-2 orbiter. Moon landing scheduled for August 23 evening. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar brands Congress MP Rahul Gandhi a liar. This after Rahul Gandhi alleges that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's no land ceded claim is false, says India's land grabbed by China and locals are worried. Delhi police nabbed the alleged rape-accused Delhi bureaucrat under the POCSO Act. Wife arrested for aiding the bureaucrat. India Today reportage forces the Delhi police to take action. Tamil Nadu and Karnataka spar over Kaveri water. BJP and JDS stage a protest in Mandya against the Siddaramaiah government for releasing water to Tamil Nadu. Indian chess grandmaster makes it through to the finals of the World Chess World Cup. Becomes the third youngest to qualify for the candidates tournament at the after Bobby Fischer and Magnus Carlsen. Congress MP from Wayanad in Kerala, Rahul Gandhi, has stirred a hornet's nest during a motorcycle trip to Ladakh's Pangong Tso, saying locals have told him that they've lost access to traditional grazing ground. The Congress has repeatedly asked the Narendra Modi government to come clean on Chinese incursions along the line of actual control. The BJP has hit right back, accusing Rahul Gandhi of trying to lower the morale of the fighting forces and making statements that would be seen as advantage China, whether it was the Doklam standoff or the Ladakh standoff.
Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Ladakh visit has raked up China issue to attack Modi government. Rahul questioned the issue of border security. He accused Prime Minister Modi of making false claims about China not occupying Indian territory. Rahul quoted claims by locals about Chinese menace.
Over here, the concern is, of course, the land that has been taken away by China. and people here have been affected by it in a big way because their grazing lands have been taken away, and also lack of connectivity here, cellular connectivity. So.
Congress and allies were quick to back Rahul Gandhi.
पूरा देश बोल रहा है, लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री को चीन को बचाना है। प्रधानमंत्री चीन को सर्टिफिकेट देना चाहते हैं। क्या मजबूरी है हमें नहीं मालूम। पूरा विश्व हैरान है कि प्रधानमंत्री किस तरह से चीन की ढाल बनकर खड़े हुए।
राहुल जी ने बात कही है कि चाइना ने अपनी जमीन कब्जे में लिया है, तो उसके ऊपर प्रधानमंत्री हो या डिफेंस मिनिस्टर हो, कोई लोगों को गुमराह करने की जरूरत नहीं है, सच बताइए।
The government countered Rahul Gandhi's claim and said that Nehru government was chanting India Chini Bhai Bhai while China was usurping Indian land.
जिस कांग्रेस पार्टी ने हिंदी चीन भाई भाई का माला जप के 45,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर भारत माता की धरती को चीन को दे दिया, अपने गिरेबान में झांके।
External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar termed Rahul a habitual liar.
सर राहुल गांधी ने सवाल उठाया चाइना को लेकर के, किस तरीके से?
देखिए, वो तो राहुल गांधी की पुरानी आदत है, इसमें क्या नहीं।
The BJP, which earlier mocked Rahul Gandhi's bike trip as advertisement of Modi government's road infra project in Ladakh, was quick to hit back.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi, why is it that whenever you visit the border areas, you say something, you offer a propaganda to China against India?
The government in the past has hit back at Rahul over meeting Chinese envoy during LAC confrontation with China.
Now I ask people, if we were being accommodative, who sent the Indian army to the LAC? Rahul Gandhi didn't send them. Narendra Modi sent them. Okay? We have today the largest peacetime deployment in our history on the China border. Okay? And we are keeping troops there at a huge cost with great effort.
The political war comes ahead of Chinese President Xi Jinping's likely sharing of stage with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the BRICS summit in South Africa. With Ashraf Vani in Ladakh, Bureau Report, India Today.
And on India First, we put facts first. What's the factual position on ground? Joining me on India First is Dr. Shamma Mohammed, spokesperson and leader of the Congress Party. Sardar R.P. Singh is a spokesperson and leader of the BJP. Colonel S. Dini commanded his battalion at the line of actual control at Pangong So. To all my guests, my request is speak for a moment. For a minute. There is a countdown clock. My request is do not interrupt each other and wait for your turn for rebuttals. R.P. Singh. Why bring in morale of forces when Rahul Gandhi actually quotes locals saying they've lost traditional grazing ground in Ladakh? He wants the government to come clean, sir.
Well, Gaurav, this is General Narwane on your channel talking about that not an inch of land, Indian land, has been occupied by China. I have sent you this for record. You can play it. You can play it now. So I have to believe General Narwane and not Rahul Gandhi. And Rahul Gandhi is a habitual liar. I'll just prove it to you. Remember that he said during the Bharat Jodo Yatra that I was going through the Yatra and Srinagar, woman came and told me they are being sexually assaulted. When police went to ask him who the woman, which was the woman who told you so, he had no answers. He rather made an issue out of this. So he is in habit of doing so. I still give a challenge to ma'am who's sitting here on your panel that please name the villages. Please name the villages. From where those villagers came and told you that our land has been occupied by China. On other side, let me quote you one more thing. It started with General J.J. Singh's
Okay,
book,
sir, your time is up. 1 minute for opening statement. Dr. Shamma Mohammed, BJP also questions the timing of Rahul Gandhi's statement before India-China meeting. From Doklam to Ladakh, BJP says Rahul Gandhi's statements and actions are advantage China.
Okay, first and foremost, satellite images don't lie. It is very clear that the China is into 2,000 square kilometers into our land. Number two, why did we have 18 Corps Commander meetings, military to military, if they haven't come into our land? I don't understand that. Maybe that's a joke according to the BJP national spokesperson sitting there. Number three, Tapir Gao, their own BJP MP, had said that 40 to 60 kilometers of Arunachal Pradesh is occupied by the Chinese. And number four, can you hear me, Gaurav?
Loud and clear, ma'am. Uninterrupted. Go on. Go on.
Disconnect. Okay.
No, ma'am. The line is not disconnected. You have 1 minute of uninterrupted conversation. Okay. Let me bring in Colonel Dinny. Colonel Dinny, you know the lay of the land better. State facts. Has India lost territory?
Absolutely no, Rahul, Gaurav, and I would like to put it, straight on like what General Naravane also mentioned earlier. So this thing of losing land, I mean, it's more of English, which land, when, and all those things I'll get into. But as on date, as we speak, whatever was held in 2020, the uncontested, I think that there are areas which you also know, there are areas of differing perceptions. I'm not talking about that. Indian controlled area, nothing has been lost. The contest happened in 7 areas which have had differing perceptions, out of which 5 has been resolved. 2 in Demchok and Depsang, the talks are still on. And the fact that we are speaking now means that India is playing hard. It is that if at all we wanted to give it everything away, then there was no point of talking. The fact that we are talking means that we are not yielding an inch. We are not yielding an inch, and we want to come to, to arrive at a conclusion on our terms. And that is why this entire delay.
Okay. Sir, your 1 minute's over. RP Singh, the Congress has questioned the Prime Minister's statement, na koi ghusa hai, na ghus aaya hai. Was the Prime Minister being economical with the truth? We still, according to the Congress, still do not have status quo ante, and that is why we've had 19 rounds of talks, sir.
Well, Gaurav, it started with Mr. Nehru. That's why I want to refer to both by Mr. J.J. Singh, General J.J. Singh. What did he said on page number 250? He said that this is a quote from Mr. Nehru. We foresee no military threats. You can scrap the army. This is in context to China, and this I'm reading from the book. The police are good enough to meet our security needs. This was the state of the affair. Remember, Mr. Anthony, he in the parliament said that we are not constructed roads. We don't need to construct roads. Although he said that we know that China is doing a lot of construction on their side, but we don't need to do it because if we do it tomorrow, China will misuse it rather. So this is the state of affairs. This is the mindset of the Congress party. This is the DNA of the Congress. Whereas today we have the largest deployment on the border. We have every equipment which is required on the border. You have visited the complete border. You have visited the airport, which was abandoned by the Congress party. Had Air Force Chief Barbara, if I rightly remember, had not taken charge and would have not made that airport alive, they would have left it. So this is the state of the affair. But the fact is, again I repeat, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is a habitual liar. So the spokesperson, she is saying satellite images. I give a challenge. Please don't spread lies. And I will rely on General Naravane, who said
fair enough. Let me get Dr. Shama Mohammed to respond again, uninterrupted. Go on, ma'am. The BJP says A.K. Antony said roads were not developed because the mindset was the enemy will take advantage of those roads. BJP says the roads that Rahul Gandhi was riding his motorcycle so smoothly on were actually built by the Modi government.
Anyway, first you tell the spokesperson of the BJP to stop his whataboutery, and those roads were built during our time. The most important thing now, the spokesperson over here, RPN Singh, is saying that everything is a lie. The satellite image is a lie. I still remember Jai Shankar, when it happened in 2020, he said we need to go back to status quo ante. So if nobody came in, why did Jai Shankar say that? And most important recently there has been the SSP of Leh, in a DGP meeting, said that out of the 65 patrolling points, we have access to only less than 26. So that is what is the problem, So if we have, I'm sorry, we have lost access to 26 patrolling points. Now, this is not me, this is not the Congress party. This is the SSP of Leh. So is he going to say that person is also lying? And let's also understand a very important point, Gaurav, that this matter has not been discussed in Parliament. Now, they keep saying you're lying. Let's discuss it. Come out in the open. This is a national security issue. Everybody knows that China is into our land, and they have to stop lying. I've given you facts. And let me also give you a very important another fact. Now, Pangong So, we have given Pangong, we got back Pangong So, but how did we get it? From finger point 2 to 8, we cannot patrol. Gogra and Hot Springs, they came in 4 kilometers into our land. We gave back 2, and the other 2 is the buffer zone. So most of our land is now the buffer zone. Now tell the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, RPN Singh, to prove me wrong. I mean, you have satellite images. We are not living in the 1960s. Everything is out there. Everybody is
One is a military
point.
Even
the United States is saying that.
Let me get the military guest to respond on the military point on Pangong So, not having access to fingers, area from finger 2 to finger 8. Colonel Dinny, you've commanded your battalion on ground at Pangong So. Give us the ground reality of not having access to 26, as Dr. Shama Mohammed puts it, 26 of our patrolling points.
Gaurav, I'm glad that Dr. Shama Mohammed has brought out this Pangong So, north of Pangong So issue. So that it becomes very clear. Like, ma'am, we were patrolling till finger 8, and they were coming till finger 4, not till finger 2, finger 4. Now, the current situation is that we are not able to go to finger 8, neither they are coming till finger 4. So you must understand that has become the buffer zone. And let me tell you, between finger 3 and finger 4, there are no roads. There is a track. So they come on vehicle till finger 4, and we used to walk till finger 8. Now, if they are not able to come between this, who's loss and who's gain? So that is the kind of buffer zone is a transitory phase, so that there is no eyeball to eyeball contact. So there is no physical contact between the troops.
Why is the
so that is what the
zone?
number one point. Okay, second point is SSP Leh. No, SSP Leh is not responsible for the line of actual control. They can get any information or anything like that, and they do not know what is the lay of the ground. They do not know what are the operations. Like I mentioned, if we are not able to go to a particular patrolling point, you're absolutely right. So are the Chinese. Why are we not talking of the Chinese? Are we allowing them to come? If you say no, the Chinese are coming to all the patrolling points, and India is not going to patrol, then I agree with your point, ma'am. But the fact is that the Chinese are also not allowed to come in.
Fair enough. Sir, you made your point. I'm trying to keep it brief so that everyone's able to put their points out. But RP Singh, the political point. The political point that Dr. Shama Mohammed raised, why not discuss this in Parliament? Why not take the opposition into confidence? What's the government running away from, sir?
Well, before that, let me also remind Shama Mohammed about Sham Sharan, the National Security Advisor Board Chairman, who in 2013, August 12th, filed a report saying that 640 kilometers land has been occupied by China during UPA regime. It's not my report, it's Sham Sharan's report. And if you want, I'll send you a copy of the report. But again, Shama Mohammed won't even accept what army personnel is saying here. But they have to build up a narrative. And they have to build up a narrative for a reason. I'll not tell you a reason. Reason is they have signed an agreement. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has signed an agreement with the Communist Party of China, and for which they got money in advance. So they do whatever is desired by China at a given time.
Okay.
Rajiv Gandhi
Sir,
Foundation got
why
money.
not discuss this in Parliament? Raise all issues, respond to all issues raised by Dr. Mohammed or the Congress Party in Parliament, sir.
Sir, I'm coming to that also. So, they say whatever Communist Party of China want them to say because Rajiv Gandhi Foundation got money and they have signed agreement. That point is said now. Manish Tiwari asked, where are the breaches? Where are the breaches? Let us know the breaches. Is this a question to be answered in the Parliament? Where are the breaches? How many forces you have? What are the tactical points? They want to discuss all this in the Parliament. They can discuss this in the separate committee.
Fair enough. Dr. Mohammed, the BJP...
Not in the Parliament in public, because they want all this to pass on to China.
Okay. Dr. Mohammed, sir, you made your point. Dr. Shama Mohammed, the BJP spokesperson here quotes the Shamsaran report of August 2013. In fact, my colleague Shiv Arur broke that story. Shamsaran is former Foreign Secretary and then NSAB chief, who said 640 square kilometers of land was lost along the LAC. And if I may quote, from that report that my colleague filed, it said in 3 sectors: Depsang, Chumar and Pengong So. This was 2013, ma'am. Lost access to Depsang Bulge, to Chumar and to Pengong So petroling. Dr. Sharma.
So again, Gaurav, I'm not getting into whataboutery, and I will not get into whataboutery. So according to this, Colonel Binny and Colonel Binny and Mr. RPM saying the people of India are fools. Nobody has invaded.
What does she mean?
Nobody has invaded. No, I did not invade.
Let Dr.
Who is
Mohammed
she? Some Shama Muhammad? Some lawyer Shama Muhammad? Man, you don't know how to even pay respect to a colonel.
Only Dr. Sharma Mahmood. Ma'am, quickly
Gaurav,
respond. It's
speak?
not some Colonel Dinny. Ma'am, this officer commanded his battalion at the line of actual control.
I said Binny, Colonel Binny.
Dinny. Go on, ma'am.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to tell you is they are all saying, I know Binny is a Malayali name. So what happens is that they are saying everything is a lie. Then why did we ban some Chinese apps? You remember after 2020, if there was no incursion, I remember we banned Chinese apps. We all know there was an incursion. Everybody know that's why we had 80 levels of co-commander talks.
Okay.
Now the question today arises is, this happened in 2020, but in 2021, the trade surplus of China with India was $94 billion. And in 2022, it was $101 billion. So the Modi government, our soldiers get martyred, but they do more business with China. He takes money in the PM Care Fund from various Chinese companies, from TikTok, Huawei, and
you've raised your points.
So
the BJP
liar today is the Narendra Modi government. The PM is a liar. PM opens his mouth as a liar, does not use the word China, is scared of China. And I want the Prime Minister of India to come out and tell that we will stop business with China. Why don't you use the Atmanirbhar Bharat? Why is there trade surplus with China? I want to know. We have a
quickly
trade
respond,
deficit and they have
though
a
my
trade
issue
surplus.
today
So
is purely military, but RP Singh, since a point has been made about the Prime Minister, please respond, sir.
Well, it seems to me that Shama Muhammad has got some money from Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, which was passed on by the Chinese embassy here. She also got some share out of that.
No,
That's
no
why
personal attacks, sir. No personal attacks.
She has to say, she will get to revert in the same language. But let's understand. Let's understand. What's the issue? Ma'am, I never interrupted you. I heard you what you wanted to say. I mean, just all this notanki won't help you. We know that all of you do what China wants you to do.
Saying you're a joke.
Gaurav, the issue is
I've run out of time. I've run out of time on this part of the show. But the fact remains, there are talks on, there are crucial negotiations on. Is it time for all our political leaders and every Indian to keep India first and discuss this in a way that it's not advantage China? We will continue to track the story. To all my guests, many thanks.